Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. I want to do a quick video talking about why don't traders ever share their losing trades. Now, I know this is, I would say, a little bit taboo in the industry simply because most of the people that you guys see online, most of the guys that are going to try to sell you a course or get you to buy something is obviously always trying to sell you something. And by always trying to sell you something, they obviously always think that they need to look good, which means they always need to share their winners and never their losers. Obviously, when it comes to day trading, and something I want to make really clear to everyone is that losing is part of the game. Right? I think that everyone gets this idea that next week you're going to start making $1 million and everything's going to be just okay, but if it was really that easy, everybody would be doing it, right? So what I wanted to do today is I have my my live account here in TradeStation, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through a series of trades in which I really lost money. You can see here, and this is only until the 28th of October. You can see the date here on the bottom. And obviously there's more trades in the past, but I wanted to show this series of trades to kind of show you guys that sometimes this is going to happen, right? We're not going to necessarily win every single day. Now, it also depends on the style of trading that you're going to be doing. If you're going to be doing intraday day trading, where you close the positions every day, then obviously, you may have a bad day every once in a while. Usually you should not have a losing month. The positions that I'm showing you here are either intraday or they are a few days, which is swing. I've had to adapt my trading a bit to make sure that I can keep up with the demands of all the traders we have at the Academy, and also we're opening up a trading floor here in our base in Latin America, in Medellin, for all the traders that actually are going to work for, or actually I should say the traders that trade our money. So you can see I took a profit here. I won't talk specific in terms of the amount of money we made or lost. You can kind of base that on the price on the right. But here we made about 9.5 or 10 points or so. Here we made another 10 points, and then here you can see that I went long again. It is important to note as well, guys, when I share when I share my charts, I should say, since this is my live account, I'll show you the live P&L here in just a moment. For those of you guys that use TradeStation, or if you guys know somebody that uses TradeStation, you can ask them if I'm live or not once I actually pull that up. But it's important to be able to realize that, notice that I'm looking at naked price action. Okay, it's important to understand that indicators and software and all these bright colors and lines and stuff really are not important when it comes to trading. At the end of the day, indicators are lagging, which means that they calculate the information in the past. Okay, so the most important thing is to pay attention to price action. It's a little bit more tricky, especially if you're a newer trader, but at the end of the day and in the long term, you'll benefit a lot more by understanding the price action rather than just paying attention to a bunch of lines and indicators and stuff, which really isn't necessary at all, and it complicates your trading at the end of the day. So, I took these as about 20 points or so, give or take. And then here, this long, you can see that I took a pretty big loss on that. That was about an 18-point loss. So at the end of the day, I'm still up, but notice that I took two really small losers here, which are about a point or so each. So at this point, I'm really negative, which means that with all these trades that I've taken on this specific strategy that I'm using a little bit more in swing, because it's I can show you guys another live trade that I have, which I've been showing you guys on here on YouTube. I'm actually short long term, but I'm going long short term, if you guys if that makes sense. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but one of the great things about trading is that you can literally go long or short depending on the circumstances and the length of time. So I'm actually negative here in terms of these positions, because I'm negative because of the commissions. And here you can see I took another long, and now that Hillary Clinton has been absolved by the FBI, there's been an absolutely massive gap to the upside, and I'm going to go ahead and look to either close that or do a quick analysis to be able to define whether I'm going to continue to hold it or not. So I wanted to just kind of show you guys this because I think the majority of the industry out there, the majority of the videos you guys are going to see online, all they talk about is winning trades and I won this and I made $1 million, etc., etc. But nobody ever talks about those days where, you know, you break even, or those days where you lose, or even those days where you might not even take a trade. Right, because that happens as well. I think most of our newer traders in the Day Trading Academy, they all, in the beginning, obviously it's important because you need the practice, but eventually you have to be able to define how you're going to trade and when you're going to trade it. That's one of the reasons why we call the strategy we use congressive, because obviously we're conservative when the market's not moving well, and then we are very aggressive when the market is moving great. Now, as the video well, let me actually show you guys this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'll pause the video for a moment so I can show you the live P&L here, guys. Give me one moment. Okay, so here you guys can see the positions that I have open. I'll show you the live P&L on the bottom as well. I have to move slowly, do the account numbers and stuff. I've got to hide those later. But notice today, you know, at the close of today, which is Sunday, I'm doing a little bit of trading. I have a closed P&L of 3,714.40, which means I'm negative. You know, I lost today, so to speak. But these are all the open positions that you can see. That position that I just showed you on the E-mini S&P 500 is that one right there. You can see it's you know, really great position. And obviously, you know, in full disclosure, guys, these are live trades, but at the end of the day, these results can differ depending on you know, what you're trading, how you're trading, etc., etc. And I'll show you guys here another thing, another P&L here just before I show you the other charts. And down here you can see, guys, you know, open 6 positions. Here's the loss that I told you guys about today. So, you know, I did lose money today in total for the positions, not necessarily on those positions on the S&P 500 that I showed you guys, but in general. And here you can see that I'm actually trading live on TradeStation. Now, pulling up another set of charts. You know, by now the reaction of the potential presidential debate is almost complete. You can see that we're, you know, long term I am short. I do expect the market to continue going lower. Obviously, you know, if you guys are going to trade, this isn't a tip or anything like that. You guys should definitely do your own analysis because obviously trading is a bit risky. But you can see that overall we are still continuing to dip. I'm recording this on a Sunday night, so it'll be interesting to see whether we can get the surge up to this area of resistance, which again, notice, guys, it's just price action. That's it. To see if the market can respect this area or if it's going to continue to come back down. You can see that we already hit this moving average, so we're at a level of support. So we might get a little, it could be the reason why we saw this little bit of a pop up here. So I'll go ahead and leave you guys with that. I just wanted to do this quick video because, you know, I think the majority of the industry, and you know, I'm a culprit as well, guys. I'll be honest with that. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a realistic view of what a trader actually does, because we don't win all the time, right? And most traders barely even win 50-60% of the time. We live in a culture where, especially Western culture that's been spread throughout the world from the British and the Americans, it's you know, if we only win 50-60% of the time, that means that we're failed, right? And it's very hard to grasp the concept of winning 50-60% of the time and actually doing well. But if you have a strategy where you can win more than you lose, meaning that you win more than 50% of the time, and your winners are bigger than your losers, meaning that you win at least twice what you risk, meaning that let's say you risk $50, you're going to make 100 every time you risk 50, then you're definitely going to be in a situation to win. I think it's really important to be able to understand that, you know, you guys, it takes a lot of work, you know, and that's why I try to share these kind of ideas with you guys, because obviously, you know, when I first started, lost $25,000 in a matter of months, you know, in a month, and I had to take out even more loans to do this. And I know a lot of you guys, you know, you want to escape the rat race, you want your financial freedom. But you need to take this serious, right? I've met tons of traders at very intelligent people that think that they can do this overnight because they're very intelligent, or they're doctors, or everything that has always come easy to them. But it's something that's going to take work. So, you know, if you guys are going to step into the realm of day trading to be able to get the spoils, which obviously means make money and have your financial freedom, make sure you realize that it's not going to be an overnight process. It does take quite a bit of work, but at the end of the day, if you're able to take it serious, I do believe that everyone can get this, because I have taught all kinds of people. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll go ahead and leave you with that. And as always, don't hesitate to subscribe here on YouTube, and let me know if you have any questions.